What a feeling, feels believing. Finally, the Flash movie is out. What a feeling. The Flash, 2023. It's finally here. And yeah, it's here, all right. But it didn't take a Flash to get here. It took a long time. This is starring Ezra Miller. Ezra Miller, the wild boy himself. He breaks all the rules. He breaks all the laws. He's our he's our villain who's a superhero. Okay, this is new to me. All right. Andy Muschietti directs this, and he also directed Mama, which is very good. It and It Chapter 2. Now, It Chapter 2 wasn't as good as It Chapter 1. And is that because Gary Fuganama had a lot more to do with the first part? And what do you think? Because he got taken off that, or he dropped out of it. But maybe he left a lot of good ideas on the table for Andy. Hmm. Okay, so Ezra Miller, Barry Allen, um, he wants to he wants to figure out he wants to go back in time and stop his mother from being killed. And he used the Speed Force. Now, I'm not a big Flash comic book person, so I think this is taken from a storyline called Flashpoint or Farpoint, Flashpoint. But anyway, so yeah, it was a very famous storyline I hear. And anyway, Ezra Miller, you've seen him in Justice League, Batman vs Superman, Fantastic Beasts, Where to Find Them, The Perks of Being a Wallflower. We need to talk about Kevin. Very good in the all those movies, but yeah, he seems to not want to be a film star, and you know, doesn't really, yeah, want to, get his act together, so to speak. Excuse the pun. So yeah, it's hard to watch the character and know what he's doing in real life, and it kind of spoils the movie a bit. We've got some very goofy special effects in this. It's like our CGI. The suit from Batman or Justice League, Zack Snyder's Justice League, was fine, but they had to go CGI suit and it looks terrible. There's a lot of goofy special effects in this. And I would say they are like, in some places, PlayStation 2 graphics. They're terrible. They take you out of the movie. It's like they just ran out of money and said, or not, they weren't throwing any more money into this money pit of a movie and said, let's get the cheapest CGI people to do this and let's cut some costs because we can't throw any more money at this. Or not, yeah, so you'll see what I mean when you watch this. It'll boggle your mind how these special effects. Maybe if Zack Snyder was overseeing this or was still in the DCEU, this would have been a lot better. We have Barry Allen trying to go back in time, but goes to a different parallel universe. And when he does, he meets another version of himself who's a lot more annoying. And but before that, we get a bit of Ben Affleck Batman action, and we have a cameo by another character in the DCU. So we're getting a bit of, yeah, they're throwing everything at the wall. It's a buffet of superheroes. We're getting the DCEU Ben Affleck Batman, which is some good scenes there. Getting this really good hospital scene with Barry Allen saving babies, but because it's so badly done with the CGI, you can't enjoy it to its fullest. But still fun. Um, Now in the parallel universe that Barry gets to, the version of himself is not, he hasn't been hit by lightning yet to become the Flash in that universe. So Barry has to school him and help him get there. Um, Also, all the superheroes that you'd want in this parallel universe aren't there, and yeah, so we don't have Superman. Superman's not there, so he has to find super person. He thinks they're in prison in Russia, and he finds Batman, which is Michael Keaton, and yeah, it's great to see Michael Keaton back as Batman. I'm from the old school '80s. You know, I went to the cinema to see the original Batman from 1989. So yeah, great to see Michael Keaton back. Um, Fan service to old timers, but I'm not sure there's that many of us to make this, you know, make this movie successful, or to get them off, the old codgers like me, off the seat to come and see this. But look, it was great to see Michael Keaton back as Batman. That's something I thought I'd never see. And of course, Batman Returns, 1982. And you've also seen Michael Keaton in Beetlejuice, Jackie Brown, Out of Sight, Birdman, Morbius. And yeah, so they team up, they get Bruce Wayne back out of retirement. Some great scenes with Michael Keaton, and they go and try to rescue Kara Zor-El, played by Sasha Calais, who was also in The Young and the Restless. Got her name wrong. Sorry, Sasha. Um, and of course, General Zod is back in this universe as well, and they have to go and fight General Zod. Michael Shannon is back. Um, so yeah, I have to say, great to see General Zod back, and Michael Shannon. He's also in Take Shelter and 99 Homes, Revolutionary Road, Shape of Water. And of course, he's in Man of Steel and Batman versus Superman. Tiny bit he's in that. Um, so yeah, I liked Man of Steel. Thought it was a good Superman movie. I don't know if it's as good as, like, I'm an old school Superman 1 and 2 fan from the early days with Christopher Reeves. So, but still, I enjoyed Zack Snyder's version of Superman. I think he did his best with that, and it looked great. And so, yeah, look, I think you can tell I'm a Zack Snyder fan. And I think they should have kept going with him as the man behind the DCEU. Um, Wonder Woman was a hit. Aquaman was a hit. So yeah, should have kept going. I think he was, and of course, the Justice Snyder, his version of the Justice League was great. I really enjoyed that. It looked great, and yeah, what can you say? So yeah, so what we're getting here is the history, the mess of the DCU, the last movie, what would you say, the last gasp of the DCU, and yeah, this movie is a bit of a mess. But there's a lot of good stuff in this. I think for me, this would be a guilty pleasure movie at the end of the day. It was long. It was a bit too long. CGI just really hurt your eyeballs and made you want to go, what are they trying to, why am I paying for this? But you can still see the glimpses of, the likable Ezra Miller, and of course Michael Keaton, brilliant as always. Um, Sasha Calais, Cal, was great as Supergirl. And yeah, there's a lot to love here. There's a lot to like. They even gave us some they even gave us a glimpse of Nicolas Cage as Superman. Wow, even with the long hair. Um, yeah, and yeah, we get a glimpse of George Clooney back as Batman. We always wanted that. I know you did. I know you secretly wanted to see that. So yeah, this is a guilty pleasure movie, but it will never be one of the greatest superhero movies for me. But Andy Muschietti can direct a good action sequence, and he has here. Some of the Batman stuff was great, and the Supergirl stuff was great, and of course the Flash, any of the Flash suit stuff was mind-bogglingly bad. Just the CGI and the awkwardness of his run. So, but still, I'm sure I'll enjoy this the next time I watch it. And for me, it is a 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5. And I could sneak in a 3.5 there just for Andy Muschietti's action sequences and a bit of fun. It's a bit of fun. The Flash. Ah, from MacGuffin's review that